Oh, hi, welcome to another episode of Cooking on the Fly. Today we'll be making ravioli with a butter sage sauce. To start off with, here are the ingredients. We will be using white wine, Moscato, it's a sparkling white wine, salt, touch of cinnamon, some ravioli, some pepper, some Parmigiano-Reggiano cheese, some sage, and some garlic, along with some butter. So, to start off with, we're going to make the sauce. This sauce consists of butter and the white wine as a base. So because butter melts relatively quickly and you don't get that much out of it when it melts, you actually have to use a lot more butter than you think. So I'm going to use 3 teaspoons of butter, and it's marked like this on your pack of butter, so you don't need to really measure anything. You'll just be able to see it with your stick of butter. So there's a little paper stuck here, but I'm going to put that here. Got our skillet hot, so it's going to melt really quickly. Then what we're going to do is add some of your white wine. It's going to start to really heat up quickly. This is already a very hot skillet. So this is just going to kind of melt. You're also going to add the garlic in to spread the flavor around. A little bit of cinnamon, just to give it a little bit of a distinct flavor. The black pepper, to give it a little spice. And then some salt, because everything needs a little salt. Just put that in, a couple cracks of that, and then just move your butter around and also move your garlic around so it can be integrated throughout the sauce that you got going. And like I said, this is a sauce that is based with both butter and white wine. We're also gonna, once the butter starts melting and the alcohol is cooked a little bit, we're gonna throw in the sage. Now in order to do this, I highly recommend using fresh sage. Dried sage isn't as good. When you're making something where the herb is one of the main ingredients, it's much better to use the fresh ingredient than dried ingredients because they don't hold as much flavor. And sage holds a lot of flavor. It's actually got a very strong smell and it's very good. In the Southwest, they burn it and it's called chamisa. So here, we'll just throw in a handful of sage in. Just make sure that that gets in throughout everything and just kind of stir it around. And you have to watch this because butter and alcohol have a very low burning point. So they're going to burn off very quickly. And you'll end up with very little sauce. So I'm actually going to turn my flame down because this is starting to burn off a little too quickly for me. And then what you're going to do is, prior to making your sauce, because it burns off so quickly, you're going to boil your ravioli. I already have some boiled, so I'll show you what to do. This is the boiled ravioli. It's nicely cooked, still a little firm. And all you do is you take your sauce, you collect it in your skillet, you pour it on top of your ravioli and spread it around evenly. So everything gets nicely coated with sauce, like so, and just kind of scrape off the skillet. And like I said, your butter and your alcohol burn off very quickly. So if you don't have enough, you can always just make some more sauce. Now it's been spread around. You've got your sage and your butter sauce on every piece of ravioli. And what you do is you take your Parmigiano-Reggiano, take a little handful of it, and just sprinkle it all over each noodle, each ravioli, like so. And you want to use a lot of this because the cheese is actually, even though it's not thrown into the skillet, it's actually kind of considered sort of part of the sauce. So ravioli should be heavily covered in cheese. And when you're done, you can plate it a little nicer, but this is what it roughly should look like. So I'm going to give a little taste test for you guys. Cut a little piece off. And it tastes great. And that's how you make ravioli with the butter sage sauce.